I'm Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for FM Boxing Media.
Frankie Morgan here from FM Boxing Media, brought to you by Red Square Scaffolding. Today I'm with one of the main men from Diversity, now turned boxer, Jordan Banjo. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, brother. I'm good. Thank you.
So we was just talking about you being local to where I was when you was dancing at Diversity.
Yeah.
Studio's moved now.
Studio's moved a bit further up, bro. But you know us, Dagenham, Raynham. That's the origins for all of us Diversity boys, bro.
Still representing.
Still rep through.
So you got a big fight tomorrow.
Yes, man.
On Misfits. How does it feel fighting on Misfits? I know there's a bit of craziness, and then sometimes it can be very calm and people don't realise what's going on there. There's got to be a bottle thrown today, surely,
it's nuts,
but
bro. It's
nothing.
Nuts. This is my first. Obviously, I've been to quite a few Misfits events, but obviously one my debut. So it's a first for a weigh-in, first for a press conference. And I've hosted press conferences, I've presented at them, but actually being one of the fighters there is different being on the other side, right? And I think literally I got up after the press conference, as I walked off stage, man's grabbed my arm and went to me, "Welcome to Misfits." Because, bro, literally, I'm sat there 1 minute chilling, bottle gets thrown, then the table next to me goes, and then I'm off stage just waiting to do the face-off. There's not even any cameras on these, man.
Yeah.
Then Chase has grabbed Godson, and Godson's then gone over, and then I was like, bro, these men are crazy, bro. Look, there wasn't even a camera there, they're just doing it for no reason.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people think it is for cameras, but a lot of these people do really live the life they're showing.
These men are just hype. These men are just hype. Like, they're just on it 24/7. I'm like, bro, I ain't got the energy for that, man. We'll just save it for the ring, save it for the fight.
It's a bit too much for you sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you could do without it, just get in the ring.
Even though, sometimes I look at some of these guys, I feel old. Because I'm only 32 and they're like 28, 29. It's not a massive age gap.
Yeah.
But bro, I'm married, I've got 3 kids. I'm like, you learn your lessons, innit? It ain't for me. The madness ain't for me. Yeah. But boxing is for me, so I'm excited to be here.
Have you always boxed? I know your dad was a boxer. Have you always grown up around it, or is this something quite new?
New, man. So my dad was adamant, would not let me or my brother train. He was not on it at all. Wouldn't let us go in the gym, wouldn't even do like pads or anything like that. He was like, no, you guys are not fighting.
Which is quite mad for the build of you and your brother. You'd probably be in perfect fighters.
Pushed us into the way more dangerous sport of competitive street dance. So, that was good. He didn't want us to fight at all. And then, like I said, when I started doing some more work, so because of my dad, I've always been a big fan of the sport. And then I started doing a little bit of work on Boxer, started hosting some shows on DAZN and stuff. I was like, oh, days, like, this is so sick. You know, if you're like, bro, like, you're a fan of boxing as well, that's why you do what you do, right? And I thought, look, if I'm going to be chatting to fighters and doing it, like, let me do a little bit of training. And I started going that way. Then you do some good pads. Oh, I'm not bad at this. And you start getting fitter, and then I'll put you in your first spar. Then you have a good spar, and then one thing leads to another, and here we are now. So it's been about a year and a half, 2 years that I've been training. But like between going on tour or doing this or doing that, so it hasn't been like a long time solid, but enough time for tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I remember when the zone first broke and we see Maya Jama was getting the job, and then we see you got the job as well. I know Maya Jama got her fair share of stick after the fights, but a lot of people are actually giving you praise for your knowledge on boxing, saying that you was well suited for the job.
Yeah, but do you know what? I think this is the hard part, right? If I went and got, and I mean this completely respectfully, a relatively unknown presenter, and we had the same level of knowledge, I'm always going to be on the back foot. Because, bro, I'll say this straight up as well. As a fan, sat at home, what's the equivalent to me? I don't know. Marvin Humes from JLS. If I'm sat at home and Marvin Hughes popped up, I went, we've got Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen. Like, what the fuck is Marvin Hughes?
Yeah.
I'd have the same reaction. Do you know what I mean? I can't blame no one.
Yeah.
So I think it's then up to you to show why you have the job. To show that you do belong there, to show that you do have the knowledge and the credentials to be there doing the job. And I feel like I've done that when I was working on DAZN. Unfortunately, like with my radio show and tours and this and that, I can't do loads more shows with them. And they've got such a sick team. Obviously, they've had their little reshuffle and everything that's going on there, but they've got such a sick team on DAZN. They will smash it, but I'd love to go back and do some more with them. And it's really, really, really good working there.
Yeah, and something about Diversity, it gives me the vibes that people want to fight, because I'm good mates with someone called Jimmy Quinn.
You know Jimmy Quinn?
Who used to dance for Diversity. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know he danced for Diversity when I met him.
Yeah.
I remember, so I followed him on Instagram, I see a couple of spinning head kicks, I was like, who's this geezer here?
That ninja.
And then you scroll through a little bit more, because it's one of them I'm thinking, right, I want to know more about him. And I see him with Ashley Banjo, I'm like, oh, he's met Ashley Banjo. Then I see him with Perry, and I'm like, oh, he's met him. him as well. Then all of a sudden I see him getting thrown across Britain's Got Talent stage.
We know. It's funny, yeah. He's had the nickname since he was a little kid. Bro, let me check my phone. Let me see if it's still saved in my phone. Jimmy Quibb, anyone who don't know, mixed martial artist, yeah, this guy is... Let me see. Look. He's saved on my phone.
Go on, I'll blur it if not.
His name there, yeah? PH Jim. Right? He's been known as Powerhouse Jim since he was a little kid, brother. He's always been a beast. And do you know what? In terms of like raw strength, he's always been a beast. But when he first started fighting, I think he went to his granddad and was like, yeah, look, Dad, I like granddad, I want to box, I want to fight. His granddad started cracking about it. He was like, you're a dancer, mate, like behave yourself. Yeah. Now look at him. He's got like the quickest knockout. And
he had the fastest knockout in Cage Warriors.
Smashed
I think he's only just been beaten, I'm pretty sure.
I think he's lost one. He's lost one or two. But he's been smashing it, bro. Super proud of him. Super proud of Jimmy.
Yeah, it's mad to see, obviously, like you're on Misfits, he's on Cage Warriors, which is the one below UFC. You're both on the big stages, but all of 10 to 15 years ago, you was dancing on stage, and a lot of people wouldn't have ever had you as boxers or mixed martial artists.
I wouldn't have had myself as a boxer, man. And even Jimmy, like, I loved Jimmy, but I saw Jimmy. Do you know what? We all laugh about it now. There's another boy in the group, and they must have been at the time 13, 14 little kids, and they got into an argument, and Jimmy pushed one of the kids, and this kid banged him in the face, gave him a nosebleed, We all now go, bro, you punched Jimmy Quinn in the face. We know what we're doing to Jimmy now. Know what we're trying
that's
to do
the
now.
claim to fame.
That's the claim to fame. Back then, I punched Jimmy Quinn in the face.
Do you reckon you can maybe get a little bit of sparring in with Jim?
With Jim?
He's a little bit smaller than
you,
but...
smaller than me, but like I said, he's called PH Jim for a reason, bro. One leg kick, I'm done out here, bro. One leg kick and I'm done.
Is that anything we could maybe see you in the future? I know you're doing your boxing at the moment. Could we see you in a martial art fight?
Do you know what, man? I've got so much respect for every guy that does MMA, bro. It's just the disciplines are so different. I feel like trying to get into boxing was hard enough. There was a lot to learn. I think I know we've got like Teal and Stewart, we've got these men on here, but like with a style that was kind of striking based and maybe some boxing background, but trying to learn MMA as an actual form and everything that goes into it, bro. I'm not sure if I've got the time and patience to rebuild from that, because there's a lot to learn. And I quite like having all my ligaments intact, do you know what I mean? So I think I'll keep it that way for now.
Yeah, I said that to Jimmy. I said, I don't mind the standing up, I don't mind even an head kick ain't bad, but it's when you see the elbows and the knees.
Elbows spinning in, Jim crawling through your legs and snapping your Achilles back. I'm like, I ain't on it, bro. You're all good, you're good.
But yeah, if there's one last message that you could send to your opponent, you can look down the screen now and let them know for tomorrow, what would your message be?
Well, I hope you had a good camp, bro. Let's put on a good show. Both come out of there safe. And that's it. Oh, we're both debuting, so I guess good luck to both of us, man. Let's get it.
Jordan, thank you very much.
Thank you,
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening after the fight.
My man.
Cheers.